All right, Bannock County's commissioners are now in session. The first item we have on our agenda is commissioners' report. I didn't have any concerns. Anybody else?
Nope. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the commissioners' reports as presented.
Have a motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have a salary rate approval form. Problems there?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the salary rate approval form as presented.
Have a motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, Bridger.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Bridger Morrison with the City of Cabot. I met with you guys back in September requesting an easement across a portion of the wellness complex along Venture Way. This is just a follow-up to that meeting. I presented the easement document that describes the easement. We've requested a 12-foot wide easement just against the right-of-way line, south right-of-way line of Venture Way. That way we avoid the other utilities that are right there along the curb line. And yeah, the intent is just for a communication line to get to our water tanks.
Any concerns, Scott?
Questions for me?
No.
I didn't have any myself.
None. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the request for the easement as presented.
Have a motion. All in favor say aye.
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 That was easy.
We can make it harder if you want.
Do you need anything else from me? I think there's a place for us to sign. I'll get that signature before, and I'll get it back to you.
Okay.
Or else we'll get that later. Or you want me to get that now?
Yeah, I'll
Here.
give you a copy of it. And
Well, it's got a notarized thing.
Christie will work on that. All right, Scott.
Where do you want to go? Scott Carler, Event Director and Business Manager.
Tyson Coster, Level Springs Chamber of Commerce.
I was going to have to recuse myself. I was going to have to recuse myself.
Nope.
So Tyson reached out to our fairgrounds down in Downey and inquired about using the bleachers. So I'm presenting this on their behalf. But do you want to talk about your event and kind of what the plan is?
Yeah, so they're requesting to use the bleachers for the weekend of Fire and Ice this year. The Saturday events we've just outgrown, and we're bringing an outdoor concert Saturday night this year. So between that and the fire dancers, we just got to get seating. Our fire dancer show last year was so big that we had people walking out because they couldn't see. Because in the past we just been able to put people around them, and we've outgrown it. So now we're requesting to rent your guys' bleachers to set them up and get people to where they could see them. I put on the request to do a rent one, get three. I don't know that we'll need all three. I'll have a better idea after our pre-sales, because our pre-sales went live the other day. So I'll have a better idea if I need all three or just the two sets.
So
It's one, and then the two for free.
Yeah. Yes, we pay for the price of one.
In addition, as part of that, Tyson has agreed to transport those on their dime, so in their time.
Yeah.
So they would essentially fill out a volunteer waiver release of liability, and then it would be their fuel, their time, their equipment to transport them back and forth.
I think one thing, I'm all in favor of doing this, but I don't like the contract.
Okay.
It's a fairground contract.
Sure.
And so it doesn't state anything. So the insurance, the coverage.
And he has the insurance.
In transport
Mhm.
and while they're there, and I didn't really see that in this contract.
So I didn't know if I needed that yet till you approved it. It's already been added, and I can send that.
Okay.
We've already added the county.
So there is a line in there under the applicant, a certificate of insurance. It just doesn't, it just has the amount blank.
And that's what I see, is
So,
certificate of
where did
insurance,
you get
but
your
I
insurance
wasn't
from?
sure what that covered.
Was it a million?
Yeah.
On the transport, I mean,
Yep.
I just feel like that needs to be covered in our contracts, especially if we're gonna
Yeah.
waive fees and stuff, we have to have that coverage.
So we could put in there $1 million contract because that's their $1 million insurance policy because that's what they have.
I'm pretty sure that's what our event policy.
That's what we
what?
do anyway.
What did you say, the what?
$1 million event insurance policy.
And does that includes liability and property?
Yes.
Okay.
That's something we'd have to look at the insurance itself, but typically it does include liability and property.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm happy to get them utilized and used but just the transporting and the,
Well, and I'll tell you, we got thinking last night, Saul works for you. He hauled those things. So, there's a thought.
well, it just,
Yeah.
something that I feel like
I agree.
it wasn't really covered in this contract that well.
And we can take the contracts that we have and compare them to the contracts that we have for Downey and just make sure that we're using kind of the same language, same type of contract. We've gone to where that insurance policy is just a standard thing. It's in the standard $1 million. We don't leave it blank anymore. But that's something that we can, I think by adding that in there, it should cover us fine.
Okay.
That was my only concern, was the insurance with them transporting it, so other than that, I'm good.
John, anything?
No, I think we pretty much covered it, as long as while it's in their hands, they're covered from the start time they pick it up till it's returned, so.
In the interest of time, would it be easier if we just transition this to our contract that already has that stuff in it?
So this contract that it has right here does have that same line on it.
Where's that?
It just was left blank.
I couldn't see it.
So it's on the bottom where it says, applicant agrees to furnish the county certificate of insurance, naming Bannock County and its agents the additional insured for $1 million combined single limit policy.
Oh, this is not real clear here on the copy I have. All right.
Yeah.
I can see that where he's got it.
So it's the standard, it's the same we have on ours.
Okay.
But again, this contract easily probably could be updated. So,
And the event's not till February 7th and 8th, so if we need to do a different contract before then, we can.
And we can ratify it with those changes and then just sign it.
okay.
You good with that? Okay. So then you wouldn't have to come back or do anything that way.
So, Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the contract with the inclusion of the insurance amount filled into $1 million liability insurance policy, and go from there.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
You guys, so you agreed to the fee reduction? Perfect. Okay. You guys are good with it?
Or will you guys invoice us, the chamber, for that?
I will.
You will? It'll come for you?
When you
Okay.
invoice out, will you please forward a copy to us?
Just make sure you guys fill that out too.
Barely.
Send that and we'll shoot
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
The next item I have is I had an employee enter leave without pay. It is not, doesn't look like it's, it hasn't been put out as an executive session, so I'm not sure how you want to proceed with that.
Just what was the circumstances and was there pre-approval? Was there?
No, there was not pre-approval. So it was a time miscalculation. On the time system, they went in and put down 2.75 hours or 2.25 hours, whatever, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they didn't say where it was going to come from, right? Whether it was sick or vacation. That was the first week of the time period. The second week of the time period, they used the remainder of leave available. I didn't notice it even when I approved the time card. I missed that they hadn't put it in there, even though I went through and I looked at the times that the leave that they had used.
They tried to use them to leave twice because they didn't, and the system didn't realize
Yes.
it because it didn't have a vacation or sick code.
Yes, it didn't have a
associated with
code to it.
So it didn't reduce the available hours.
So,
Therefore, they thought they had hours, but they didn't.
and they went and talked to their supervisor and said, hey, because they went to one of their kids' programs at school. Before I leave, am I good to go? Look at my time card, make sure I'm good. I'm not going to leave without pay. Supervisor also missed that same thing that I missed, right? So Alicia sent it back to me saying, hey, you missed this piece, and that's when I found the leave without pay. So it was an accident. Having said that, this is not the first time that employee has been in leave without pay. Since they've worked for me, it is the first time, but it's not the first time in their history. I am not a fan of people going to leave without pay.
only the rest of us. That's why we used to have to come before
Sure.
us to talk about it.
So I don't know on this, in this circumstance, I mean, I think if we wanted to talk about a different route moving forward, other than warning or talking to people about watching it, it's something that I'm watching a lot closer. But if we wanted, I think we'd have to maybe be able to talk more details.
So this time period or this pay period's already gone by?
Yeah,
It's the one for Christmas.
it's the one that was submitted on Monday.
And so they already got it.
Timesheets are being processed for payment, yeah.
So I mean, she's gonna lose the hours regardless, so she won't get
Yeah.
paid for those hours regardless. It's just, is there discipline that is attached to? I guess that's the point of discussion.
And I think we leave that in your hands. I think that this conversation and you, I mean, this is your employee now, and we'll leave that in your hands, but she does need to, the individual needs to be talked to.
Yeah, and in your paperwork, I did attach the memo that I requested from the employee as well. In addition to that memo, I have also met with them today and discussed my expectations, so.
Okay. Any further?
No, accidents happen sometimes, and where two of the supervisors missed it.
You're aware of all this stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
I've had a similar issue happen this past summer, and I can't remember how long we gave her leave without pay. It's the same type of a situation.
This is only 2.25 hours,
Mhm.
so.
And like I said, it was an accident. She talked to her supervisor. That it's a little different. So we'll go ahead and take care of it. We've already got paid.
And you'll approve it, no formal approval?
Yeah. Where is it?
This is, we should be right behind the contract we signed for the bleachers.
There's right there. Okay. And that's all that's in here. So, motion and.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the leave without pay request as presented.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. All right, Jared.
Morning.
Hello.
Ashley Brinkhurst with D6 Treatment.
Jared Marchand, Treatment Court District Manager.
And we're here just to have you review a contract from the Idaho Department of Corrections. They are new leadership up through Boise, and we're already providing the services that are listed out in the contract. They just want it in a contract form, just saying that as we're providing these services, that they agree that they will pay us for the services that we're providing. And then the services are paid similar to Medicaid prices. So it's whatever services we provide, we bill for that, and they pay those services. So as we enter into a contract, we just like your approval to be able to sign the contract and continue services as needed.
Okay. Has this gone through legal?
Yes. Yep. I sent it to Jason, and Jason sent it on to legal, and that's why we're here.
Okay. Questions?
No, these are just Medicaid rates.
Just Medicaid rates. Yep.
Motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the intergovernmental agreement for professional services as presented.
Got a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Great.
Easy day. huh?
Easy.
Thank you guys very much.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So will you get that?
Christie will.
We'll get that
Yeah.
done, so we can get over to them. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Guys,
day.
have a good day.
Thanks.
All right. You're up.
Christie Clauser, Comptroller. I have for the board 4 titles that need signed. These are the titles that the commission's already approved that the sheriff would auction off. We did have one minor change. There is one of the vehicles was only going to receive $100 for. So Andy talked to the shop said we would be better off using that vehicle for parts for our other vehicles, and then when they're done parting it out, they'll take it to the salvage yard. So,
Okay. Any comments, questions?
Nope, Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the signature on titles for the vehicles as presented.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 and we know that the last one you're gonna sign is the one that we're gonna part out.
All right. Next, we have a letter of trespass. Oh, here it is. Here's,
Yeah.
it was down further in the package.
All right, good morning, Commissioners.
Okay, we're not in executive session, so we talk about individuals without their names.
Yes, my name is Corporal Jen Warner with the court marshals here in the courthouse. I'm requesting a no contact order on the individual listed in the paperwork you have. A little bit of background, individual was brought to my attention that he had made a verbal threat towards the judge that I'm assigned to, Judge Carnaroli. He had made it on the record during court that he was going to go up and take care of Judge Carnaroli. I did further investigation, and it was found that during a report a week prior, he had also made threats to the officers that he was also going to go to the courthouse and again take care of Rick. And then also this individual has been found outside the courthouse trying to get a hold of Judge Jarman as well prior to courthouse hours. We've been keeping a close eye on him, and he's just kind of getting more aggressive and more aggressive. The day that he came in, before I knew about the threat against the judge, the verbal threat against the judge, when he comes in the courthouse, we've been keeping video contact on him the entire time that he's in the courthouse. It was brought to my attention that he went straight up to my judge's courtroom, and it kind of seemed odd. So when I went down to arraignments, and then it kind of pieced together, and I did further research, it was found that he was, for some reason, angry with Judge Carnaroli, and it wasn't reported to our office until I did further research. So the reason for the request for the no contact order, or for the trespass, I'm sorry, for the trespass is just to maintain safety for the judges here until we can figure out what his mental stability is, and he can figure out what he needs to do, and we can keep safety of the judges here on the campus. We have maintained contact with the judges via text with each individual court marshal at this point, so they let us know when they do come on the campus, and they are aware of the issue of this person. So we just want to make sure that that person's not allowed on the campus at this point. So that's our request at this point.
Yeah, I have no problem. I mean, two judges, their safety, we have to take care of that.
Yep. Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the trespass notice as requested.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.